Today we're answering the age-old question, can you have too much protein? Tune into the episode to find out. Welcome to the Wits and Weights podcast. I'm your host, Philip Pape, and this twice-a-week podcast is dedicated to helping you achieve physical self-mastery by getting stronger, optimizing your nutrition, and upgrading your body composition. We'll uncover science-backed strategies for movement, metabolism, muscle, and mindset with a skeptical eye on the fitness industry so you can look and feel your absolute best. Let's dive right in. The other day, one of my newer clients, she had been routinely going over on her protein and she was worried about it. She said, is it okay that I'm doing that? Can I have too much? And I actually love that because sometimes it's a struggle with newer clients to get enough protein, and it's one of the things that we work on together. But the short answer is no, you can't have too much protein from a health perspective in and of itself. Like in a vacuum, too much protein, the myth of kidney damage has been debunked unless you already have an issue with your kidneys. And so that is not an issue. We also definitely want to have a certain minimum. And with my clients, I tend to focus more on adding things in, right? How do we get a minimum amount of protein, a minimum of fat, and a minimum of carbs? Not so much trying to hit targets exactly, not worrying about going over on certain things, just trying to get those minimums. And then we'll worry about the balance in context. But there is a point at which protein is quote unquote optimal, and then it becomes diminishing returns, a point of diminishing returns. Optimal is going to be between 0.7 and 1.2 grams per pound when your focus is on building and preserving muscle. We're just gonna go with that recommendation. It's been demonstrated in the evidence time and again. If you go above that, the question is, are you now sacrificing other things to do that? Are you sacrificing nutrients because now you're crowding out other nutrient-dense foods? Not to say that foods containing protein don't have a lot of nutrients, because they do. I mean, people underestimate the value of meat, of lean meat, in the amount of nutrients and bioavailable iron and zinc and all these other things in the food matrix from meat, which you don't get in plants, for example. But a well-balanced, diverse diet is going to give you more nutrients. And so focusing too much on protein that crowds out other things can be a challenge. And it also will crowd out fats and carbs. So the more I look at this and the more I work on this with clients, the more I appreciate the balanced approach. Let's stay around that 1 gram, 1.2 grams per pound of protein. Above that, you can go for it if that's sustainable for you, if that's the way you like to eat. But let's not diminish the value of fats for hormone health and energy, but especially carbs. We want to keep those carbs sufficiently high to support muscle building and the anti-catabolic effects and all that. So we have to think about the broader spectrum, the broader balance of our plate, of our day, of our week, and how they support our training, our physique, our overall health. So no, short answer is no, you can't have too much protein. But in context, always consider what is an appropriate level for you. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Wits and Weights. If you found value in today's episode and know someone else who's looking to level up their wits or weights, please take a moment to share this episode with them. And make sure to hit the follow button in your podcast platform right now to catch the next episode. Until then, stay strong.